Assignment 2, Video 6. This video will show how to create the page setup and apply it to the layout tabs below, and also how to adjust the layer settings so that it shows what it should be showing. So each tab shows the proper layers. Okay, so we ended off video 5 at this stage right here where the spot elevations were created and also the point group. So what I'm going to do at this stage right here is just start the layer command. Going to select all the layers and turn all the ones that we created on. Then I'm going to go down to the Layout 1 tab and right click at this point right here. Right click on the tab and go to Page Setup Manager. In here I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to call this 11 by 17. Click on OK. Under Printer/Plotter, when this dialog box opens up, go down to DWG to PDF. Change the paper size to 11 by 17. ANSI expand B 11 by 17. Make sure that what you're plotting is the layout. Change the inches to millimeters. Change the plot style table from none to monochrome. This right here, if it's slightly different than what's shown on the assignment, that is fine. And the last thing is just to make sure the orientation is landscape and click on OK. Next, you highlight this and you click on Set Current. That applies the page setup that you just created to the Layout tab 1. Clicking Close, you can see how the page style changed to 11 by 17. At this stage right here, you can just simply, if your viewport is available, you can just simply expand this to show the viewport or to show everything. But if you do not have this viewport available to you and you're starting off with something like this without a viewport, I just deleted the viewport right now. What you can do is under the Layout Tools tab, we can create a new viewport, and we're just going to create a single one. Click on OK, and then simply pick 2 points, and that creates a viewport. Oh, you got to make sure it's on the correct layer as well. So this is just the properties dialog box. I'm just switching it to the viewport layer. Okay. So with this viewport here, you can highlight or you can click on the viewport. You can go down to the very bottom here and select the 1 to 1000 scale to make sure that you can see everything. And also this tab right here will lock the viewport as per outlined in the assignment. So the Layout tab 1 has been created. We're going to right click on this right now and we're going to rename our Layout tab 1. Actually, yeah, it doesn't look like that one will work in 2013. I found that out earlier. If you right click and go to rename, for some reason it doesn't allow you to rename it. What you have to do is double click on the Layout tab and then you could rename it, I think. All and hit enter. Sorry, forgot to hit enter. Okay, at this stage right here we can take the Layout tab 2 and delete it because the Layout tab 2 doesn't have the same viewport and it's not set up. So I'm just simply going to delete this, knowing that I'm going to take the one that we created and I'm just going to copy it. Move to end, create a copy, click OK. Then go down here and rename it to property plan, making this one the current one. Now, double clicking inside the viewport will activate the viewport. So when I say activate the viewport, that means double click inside it. You can tell because the crosshairs change. It appears inside the viewport, disappears when you move out. So once the viewport is activated, you start your layer command. You expand this, and what you want to do is on this tab right here, the viewport freeze, right? You want to freeze all the layers that you do not want to appear in this viewport. So for this, it would be everything except for the lot bearings, dimensions, and lines. Then we can click on and close the layer dialog box, and we can see that it looks the way it's supposed to. Going back to the All Layout tab, shows everything. Property plan just shows the dimensions, the bearings, and the lines. Following a similar format, we right-click, we'll copy the property plan, move it to the end, click on OK, and the next one, I believe, we'll rename this one to Topo. After that's on Topo, make sure that's the current layout tab. Double click in here, start the layer command again, take a look, and we'll close the lot bearings and the lot dimensions, freeze those in the current viewport, and then turn on the Topo labels and points. Closing it, we can see that it's in there. Right clicking, move a copy, create a copy, move to end, double clicking in here. Instead of Topo, it's going to be now grid. Once it's on the grid, that's the current one, double click, start the layer command again, turn off or freeze the Topo, turn on the grid points, click on OK, and you get this. And then you simply repeat for the spot elevations. Move or copy, create a copy, move to end, OK, rename the grid 2 to spot, hit enter, make sure it's current, double click, go to the layer command, turn these ones off, turn the spot label and spot point on, or close, and then one last time for the contours. Double clicking on here, type in contours, activating the viewport, starting the layer command, switching off the spot, label and points, and turning on the contour major and minor. That way, when you click on the tabs, Alt tab will have everything. Property plan will look like this. Topo, just the topo. Grid points, spot elevations, and the contours. This concludes assignment A2. Okay, remember to save it properly and put it in Dropbox before your next class.